Yo, so how's it going guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure you're all aware by now, we are right around the corner from the highly anticipated Nightlife DLC, which, going off the feedback, a ton of you guys seem to be really excited for, just like myself. However, just like the bunkers, the clubhouses, the MC businesses or the offices, these are all buildings that are currently existing in the game. And of course, if you guys aren't aware, there is a ton of nightclubs already existing in GTA 5 Online. So it is more than likely some of these buildings are going to be getting used in the future DLC. So I thought it'd be an awesome idea to go ahead and take a look at some of these nightclubs currently in the game. Of course, you do have your more famous nightclubs like Bahama Mamas or Cockatoos, but there is a ton of other nightclubs that we more than likely are going to be seeing Rockstar Games opening the doors to. So what I'm also going to do is not only show you guys the locations of these nightclubs, but give you guys a bit of a backstory to each of these venues, because by doing so it may be able to paint a picture of what type of missions we're going to be unlocking for each venue depending on what one you guys buy. So as always, if you guys do support the channel and you do go on to enjoy the video, all I ask is you drop a like down below and feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first nightclub, that is going to be Bahama Mamas nightclub. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have either seen this nightclub or heard about it if you do play GTA 5 Online. It is actually the nightclub with the fully fledged interior, as you guys can see, that I've been showing off throughout the intro of this video. Now this is one venue that we really do get an idea of what we can expect to see the interiors looking like next week, potentially, when Rockstar Games do end up releasing this DLC. They have two massive bar areas, a massive dancing area, a lounge area, DJ booth, as well as a small VIP section. Now this is also the venue that Rockstar Games recently locked off and stopped players from wall breaching into, so whether or not that plays into the fact that they will be releasing it as a DLC very soon, only time will tell. However, you can see by the lighting in this nightclub is very similar to the exterior on the yachts that you can actually customize and select. So it would be quite interesting to see whether we can select the type of colors we use, the type of lighting, and most importantly the actual DJ that's going to be hosting the night. So a very awesome looking club, and is very central to the city. It's actually right across the road from the Maze Bank West office and Del Piero apartments. It's only a stone's throw from a ton of different businesses in the game, so it would definitely be a favored location for a ton of players. However, the next nightclub is known as Tequila Lala, and once again it's quite a popular nightclub in the game, as you can actually enter this nightclub during an MC resupply mission, which a ton of you guys have probably played already. You have to run in there and just take out a ton of bikers with your fists, so it can be quite a tedious mission if you're trying to do it solo, but at the same time is a awesome looking venue. As you guys can see, a very different feel to Bahama Mamas nightclub. This is more of a chill out bar nightclub area where you get a lot of live music. As you guys can see, you do have a stage area where a band can perform. You also have a downstairs section with a pool table. You have two bars plus an upstairs section overlooking the stage area. So more of a gritty, smelly loungeabout type of venue, rather than Bahama Mamas nightclub being a very pristine, fresh and clean looking venue. Plus it's also worth mentioning you can access this nightclub in the single player mode by doing a Strangers and Freaks mission. However, moving into the next venue, and this venue is called Singleton's, and it's actually a barbecue restaurant but also serves as a singles nightclub and bar. Now as you guys can clearly see, they do advertise drinks quite heavily and the happy hour sign. However, most importantly, while playing single player, this bar actually serves as a drinking location when undertaking a friend activity, showing that Rockstar Games have clearly put it here to be used as an activity. However, if we walk right around the corner, literally about 2 seconds around the corner, we do have another nightclub which, funny enough, isn't actually listed on the GTA Wiki's nightclub website, but do actually have their own separate wiki page, and it does read pictures is a gay bar located in downtown Vinewood and can be bought in single player, and when bought you have to run some errands like resupplying booze for the bar, protecting the business from gang attacks, as well as stopping paparazzi from hassling the VIP customers. So it will be interesting to see whether we do have similar missions in the online version. Only time will tell. However, the next location is a nightclub known as Clappers, and it's actually on Vinewood Boulevard on Power Street and can actually be found in a hotel lobby. And there is actually a massive billboard around the corner reading Clappers with an arrow pointing straight to this direction. So maybe that is another like hidden sign by Rockstar Games put there right from the start saying Nightclubs will be getting released soon, and you can also get a feel of the interior used by looking through the windows. However, the next nightclub is known as the Lost Resort and can be located on the corner of the Eclipse Boulevard on Milton Road, and is actually located directly opposite Tequila Lala and can be clearly identified by the red glowing effect over the entire building. It also has this very cool like patio area that hopefully maybe we'll be able to access if we do end up purchasing this location in the Nightclub DLC. However, coming in for the next venue, this is going to be a nightclub known as Society and can be located in West Eclipse Boulevard. It's actually right across the road from the Eclipse Towers, so I guarantee a ton of you guys have driven past this building a ton. Now, if you guys aren't aware, I haven't mentioned it yet, but it should be quite common knowledge. All of these nightclubs at nighttime pretty much look completely different to if you guys go and visit them during the day. So in this video I have kind of mixed things up and mixed the day with the night, just to show you guys that this doesn't even look like a nightclub during the daytime. But if you guys do decide to come back here during the night, you will see a ton of civilians queuing up outside trying to get in, as well as a security guard holding a clipboard with a guest list, and just the entire lighting of the building changes to a really awesome pink and purple like outlay, which leads me straight onto the next venue known as the Vault. As you guys can see right here, the exterior to this nightclub looks awesome with these yellow and blue lights all around the outside of the building. It's a very large building, definitely looks like an old bank that has been like reconverted into a new nightclub. But just like the previous venues, you can often see a large crowd also gathering outside here waiting to get in every night, and it's definitely one of the more formidable clubs in this list, as it does have its own custom logo and can be seen advertised a ton around the city. So this nightclub known as the Vault, do watch out for it. However, the next venue is known as the Dungeon Crawler. Yes, a pretty weird name for this nightclub, and as you guys can see by the exterior, just reeks of like Halloween and spookiness. Now, an interesting fact about this nightclub, it's actually based off a real nightclub in LA known as the Viper Room, and this is also another venue where you will get a large crowd gathering up outside waiting to get in. However, the next venue is known as the Eclipse Lounge, and as you guys can see, and you can probably tell by the outside crowd, it's a very chilled out type of nightclub, not very bright and blingy with a lot of lights, but does have a very cool exterior design with like a little stairway to the right side leading up to a little private patio, but definitely one of the more chilled out locations on this list. However, moving into the next location, and this is finally the first nightclub that isn't actually located in Los Santos, the city. It's actually located in Blaine County. Now that's known as the Hen House and can actually be bought in single player, but for some reason once again cannot be entered even though it can be purchased in single player. Now whilst the location of Paleto Bay might not be the best for a nightclub, it surely does make up for the size. As you guys can tell by the building, it is actually humongous, definitely much more bigger than Tequila Lala and Bahama Mama's nightclub, which is saying something. So if this could be purchased, it probably would be one of the more larger nightclubs, having to sacrifice its location for size. Now the final location for the nightclub venues is known as Cockatoos, and is most likely a meeting place for homosexual and transsexual people, as evidenced by the customers standing outside of the club at night, the majority of which are cross-dressed men, although female customers can be seen outside the club during the daytime. And just like the Dungeon Crawler nightclub is actually based off a real life nightclub in real life known as the Cockatoo Bird. Now, a little interesting fact about this venue, you can actually find a pink stretch limousine parked up outside of it every single night, and the actual venue itself just looks completely different at night. It lets off these very bright yellow lights, whereas during the daytime, like you guys can see, it does look very basic and bland. So there we go guys, that is all of the locations of all of the nightclubs currently in GTA 5 Online. Of course, it is worth mentioning there is other establishments like strip clubs and bars or pubs, but going off the teaser trailer that Rockstar Games did release a little while back, I don't see them releasing bars or strip clubs with this DLC. It's more than likely going to be strictly nightclub venues, as the Vanilla Unicorn is already accessible by the public in free roam, so it wouldn't make sense for Rockstar Games to then lock off that nightclub and only make it accessible by certain players. It's more than likely going to stay the way that it is, and they're going to open up all of these nightclubs spread across the map. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for me guys. All 10 plus locations of the nightclubs currently in GTA 5 Online. If you guys are hyped for this nightclub DLC, do be sure to smash that like button down below, and also feel free to subscribe to keep up to date with the latest GTA 5 videos. Thanks all for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.